Hi everyone. This is my son Whitney. He's home in bed in the dark room with his noise canceling headphones on, trying to sleep, but it's hard to sleep if you have ME/CFS. This picture is an example of why this disease is invisible. He looks fine, doesn't he? He was on his way to a visit with Dr. Gordon in Santa Rosa. My daughter was taking him there. He was lying in the back of the car because he couldn't sit up. And they went by the beach and he wanted to get out. He loves the beach. And he got out and was overjoyed. And then the picture below is also him on the beach for 5 minutes. Then he collapsed and was back in the car, in the back seat, unable to move, and he could barely get out of the car when he got to Dr. Gordon's office. So if anyone sees you when you're having a moment of energy, you look fine. But the rest of your day and the rest of your week after a little bit of energy expenditure is awful. So I have a few heroes I'd like to tell you about. My first hero is my son, who's donating blood every week to help the research, who's suffering, who's lost his career and his friends and his life, and has spent years in a room in our home being cared for by us. And I celebrate the life of my son. My second hero is my daughter, Ashley Davis, who's a beautiful human being, who supports us, who supports her brother, and who just had a beautiful wedding without her brother, who's her best friend, which was really hard. My next hero is my husband, Ron Davis. Ron, I want you to know he literally spends every waking hour thinking about research and what to do about ME/CFS, and thinking about you, reading emails from you that I give him, and thinking about what to do that will make the science go faster. He's completely dedicated, and he's such an amazing scientist. So I celebrate Ron. Woo! My next hero is Laurel Crosby, who's right there. Laurel has been working for years in Ron's lab. She's a PhD scientist, and she's taken over her science, trying to figure this disease out. She has read things from the far corners of the planet of medical knowledge and scientific knowledge, trying to help put this together, and she's amazing. And she's dedicated. My next hero is Linda Tannenbaum. When we first met, we realized that we were the perfect partnership. She knows how to raise money, and Ron knows how to do science. And what she has done creatively to raise enough money to get some research done is truly remarkable, and she's completely dedicated. My next hero is Jose Montoya. Jose has done so much to make people understand this is a real disease. And I think he's the first scientist at Stanford who actually talked about this being a real disease. And it's made a big difference. My next hero is Andy Kogelnick. Andy has come to our home multiple times. When Whitney, he lives a couple blocks from us. Ron has gone and pounded on his door in the night when his cell phone is off, and he comes over. When Whitney spikes a fever because he's got a PICC line infection, he'll come over and help us. That means that we avoid having to go to the hospital. That's been amazing for us. And this disease needs more people who are willing, more doctors who are willing to come to people's homes and care for them. Why in this country can you only get care if you can get to the doctor? What if you're too sick to get to the doctor? That means you can't have a doctor? What? That's been a huge eye-opener for me, and that needs to be transformed in our country. My next hero is Dr. Eric Gordon, who's over there. After years of getting tests and being told that he was normal or depressed or whatever, Whitney found Eric Gordon, who diagnosed him with ME/CFS. And he's now working with us and helping us figure out things to do to help him get better. And his underlying blood work has gotten a lot better because of what Eric has done and because of the metabolite testing that Navio has done, and Dr. Navio and Metabolon. But Eric has just been amazing. He's available. He comes to see Whitney and has a beautiful healing touch that is something that it's hard to put into words, but it matters so much. Another one of my heroes is Jen Brea and all the public things that she's doing for advocacy. Another one of my heroes is Anna Eshu, our representative, who will talk to me anytime about this and is willing to help and sign letters. So I have a few people, and I hope I didn't leave out any of my heroes. And if I did, I apologize to whoever. But I have a few people that we need to transform into heroes. And they currently are a part of the problem, not being heroes. One is the CDC. The name of this organization is Centers for Disease Control. Okay? So we have a disease that's out of control, and they are clueless about it. Their website is still advertising and recommending CBT and GET for therapy, and they are not understanding that the PACE trials are garbage and not evidence for anything. So I know there are people, ME advocacy, and people like Mara Dimmick who are working on that, and I want to help with that because that is a travesty. We need to get the right information to doctors and hospitals. Whitney was at the hospital yesterday getting his J-tube replaced. The ambulance people never heard of ME/CFS. The people at the hospital never heard of ME/CFS. They didn't know anything about it. They were extremely nice to him, but we can't have any more trips to the hospital where no medical profession has a clue what this thing is. And that needs to stop. Okay, my next potential hero who hasn't transformed yet is NIH and Francis Collins. Ron talked to Francis a year and a half ago in the spring and sent him pictures of Whitney, and I think really transformed his idea of the seriousness of this disease. And since then, he has been telling Ron that we're going to be really pleased with the efforts of NIH. Okay, well, Francis Collins, I'm looking at you. Francis Collins, we're not pleased yet. This is taking too long. I look at my sick son laying there, and I think about bureaucracy and paperwork, and there's no connection there. Where is the compassion? Where is the urgency? We need funding now, a lot of it. So I'm going back to Whitney. He doesn't even know this is happening. He doesn't know about the amazing research that is starting to transform things here. I try to tell him, but my efforts at pantomime are kind of funny. But eventually, Eric is going to help get him to the point where he can listen to us and know all about this advocacy and about the research and know how much support he's had from all over the world, from all of you. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I wish you all to feel the support that we have for you. Thank you very much.